What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Kev coming to you with another video. This time, I'm gonna be bringing you my NBA Finals preview. We 5 days away. Today is Saturday. 5 days away. Finals start Thursday, June 1st. Between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors. The trilogy 2015. This is the third straight year these guys have met. The NBA Finals 2015, Golden State won in 6 games in Cleveland. And then last year, the stunning upset, Cleveland beating Golden State in Game 7 in Oakland. I usually, for these previews, I usually go through the starting lineups, the bench, and the coaching, like who I feel has the edge, certain places. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get into it. The starting lines, the projected starting lines. I believe that both teams will play on the floor for Game 1. Start with Cleveland first. We'll have Cleveland will probably go with their same starting lineup: Kyrie and Jr. in the backcourt, LeBron, Love, and Thompson in the front court. Golden State, they'll probably go there. They'll probably have their regular starting lineup out there as well. As far as, of course, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, Clay and Steph, and then Durant, Green, and Pachulia in the front court. I remember, but if you remember, Pachulia, I think it hurt his heel in what was that, game 3 of the series against the Spurs in the Western Conference Final. Did not return to play in that series. Of course, Warriors won. Warriors swept the Spurs. Yeah. I remember they said he practiced. They say he practiced. No, I think it was game 2. I forget. They say he practiced. He had practiced. Was that Thursday or something? Probably he had went through a full day of practice without no limitations, no holdbacks. So pretty sure he'll be able to go. I mean, to be honest, if I'm going, I mean, I know you got him in there for defense, but if I'm going to, I think I might go with McGee. I think I would go with McGee. I mean, he's more athletic and he's a rim protector. He's a shot blocker, and plus he's basically a more athletic Andrew Bogut. And you seen the problems that Cleveland had in the first 4 games with Bogut in the paint. Bogut was the second coming of the Dikembe Mutombo in the paint, man. I mean, everything but the finger wag. He was just rejecting everything. LeBron, Kyrie, anybody that went inside, you know, he was balling. And then when I was saying, everybody says it's Draymond Green who missed Game 5, which was the difference. I really think it was Andrew Bogut. I mean, because look, other than Game 3, Cleveland won when Andrew Bogut was out. Green played Game 6 and Game 7. Green balled out of his mind in Game 7. He hit, 7 threes in the first half. And yet the Cavaliers still won. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's talking about Draymond Green. Draymond Green would have played in Game 5. The series would have been over. I know. It's Andrew Bogut who was the real difference for Golden State. Andrew Bogut being out. I think that was a real difference because, like I said, he was such a difference maker on defense. Shutting down LeBron and Kyrie. Well, not shutting them down, but slowing them down, getting block shots on other guys when they was coming inside. And I really think that was the difference. So if I'm Golden State, if I'm Mike Brown, Steve Kerr, whoever, whoever's coaching, I would strongly consider putting JaVale McGee in the starting lineup or giving JaVale McGee more minutes, because you've seen how effective he's been this season, especially in these playoffs, man. Even if it's those little lob passes and dunks and lay-ins or whatever, and then he's able to he's able to run the floor as well. He's able to run the floor offensively and defensively. That's how he's gotten a lot of his buckets. He's been running down the floor on a fast break with the Warriors. Like I said, he's so athletic, man. I just think that would be one of the keys for Golden State. How many minutes that JaVale McGee has in this series because they're gonna need that athleticism at the rim to try and slow down a LeBron James or a Kyrie Irving or somebody of that nature, you know. But I'm guessing they'll start with Pachulia. I'm gonna go matchup by matchup, starting with the point guard position. Obviously, Kyrie and Kyrie against Steph Curry. You know what? I think they cancel each other out because both of them are explosive offensively. Curry with the threes, Kyrie more slashing, getting to the rim. But you know, as we've seen, both of those guys are great at their weakness too. Steph can get to the basket, of course, with the 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 rainbow layups and all that stuff. You know, and then we seen what Kyrie we seen how Kyrie can be effective from 3-point range. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, I think they cancel each other out. Shooting guard, this is going to be the matchup. Obviously, the shooting guard matchup favorites Clay, Clay Thompson. J.R. Smith, he just hasn't. I don't know. He hasn't shot the ball that much. To be honest with you, it's mostly been LeBron and Kyrie and stuff, and Kevin Love. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I mean, in last year's playoffs, he had those games where he had about 4 or 5 threes that were really differential. But in this playoffs, he hasn't had that. I mean, obviously because of the dominance of LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love. But you know, Jr. just hasn't had that series. I think that he's going to have that series if Cleveland has a chance. You know, because I think Jr. gets more open shots. I mean, I think the shooting of Cleveland's going to. Especially they're really gonna have to step up to keep up with the shooting power, the shooting firepower of Golden State. So I think Jr. will have a good series, but offensively, defensively, the edge goes to Klay Thompson at the two guard position. Small forward, another cancellation. You got probably the two best players in the game right now: LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. I mean, Durant's gotten better defensively, so you know that's going to be the marquee battle all series. You know, which guy can get the edge over the other. You know, which one can outscore the other, which one can slow the other one down. You know, just that's the matchup of the series, man. This is going to be the matchup of the series. Uh, go power forward. This is kind of interesting because Draymond Green hasn't had the effect offensively that he had last year. Obviously, because of the addition of Kevin Durant. But you know his defense. He was more known for his defense anyway, and his defense has gotten better. His rebounding has gotten better. You know, and then on the other side, Kevin Love. I mean, he has been shooting lights out, especially from three because of the dribble penetration by Kyrie and LeBron getting Love open shots. You know, and I don't think Love has had that power forward slash four that could stay with Love like Draymond Green can. But I think Green is going to be too. I'm not going to say too much. He's going to be relied upon a lot to maybe guard the post. You know, from LeBron coming in, from Kyrie coming in, and I think that's going to give Kevin Love his open shots that he's been getting all playoffs. But I'm just saying he's been so hot, you know, shooting from three. I mean, it's always those slumps, you know, like Klay Thompson's been going through. Great shooter, but sometimes when you get in the playoffs, you gotta have a cooling off period where you can't throw it in the ocean if the water's hitting your feet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm I don't want to say that they'll cancel each other out, even though that's the way I'm leaning because, like I said, all Draymond's not Draymond. Like I said, he hasn't been effective offensively. Not that effective offensively. He's been focused more on defense with the addition of Kevin Durant, and then Love's going to be a big part of the Cavs offense. But I think they'll rely more upon his threes than his post game. And like I said, think Draymond would have the edge if uh, Love was going to be posting up Green. Obviously, I think Love would have to hit jumpers over Green. Cause I think Green is faster, more athletic, But I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to. If I had to choose, I would say Green because of his because defensively, defense wins championships. As they say. But now you know what? I'm gonna just say neutral for now. I'm gonna say neutral for now because I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I said, that's really the most interesting matchup out of the starting lineup is the four position between Love and Green. We'll see what happens with that. I'll say they'll cancel each other out for now, but I think whoever is able to win that battle, uh, whoever's able to win that battle, their team will win the series. Their team will win the series. I'll say that whoever wins the four battle between those two is the team that I think is going to win the series. The center position, you have Tristan Thompson versus Zaza Pachulia. Obviously, I got Tristan Thompson all day. Now, Thompson's picked up his offense. Well, again, a lot of his offense has been on the back of Kyrie and LeBron, especially with the pick and roll. The double, the Tristan's defender is following either LeBron or Kyrie, and LeBron or Kyrie is able to get that pass through there to Tristan Thompson who gets easy dunks and layups and all that. But also Thompson's rebounding is going to be key. I think he can win that battle over Pachulia. I think he can win that battle over JaVale McGee. I just don't know how much McGee is going to give, as far as rebounding. Of course, like I said, block shots, running down the floor, of course, but, I think if Thompson really puts a body into McGee, I don't know if McGee's going to be able to handle it. But we'll see. But I think Thompson is going to be big time for the Cavs. Got something in my throat. For the Cavs, pause if needed. For the Cavs to be successful. Now look at the bench. Looking at the bench. The Warriors it's still strong. The Warriors bench is still strong. Of course, they lose Barbosa, but Ian Clark and Patrick McCall they've been pretty good. Of course, you still have Livingston, you still have Iguodala, and again you have McGee coming off the bench as well. For Cleveland, I mean, two huge pickups for the Cavaliers in the season. Adding uh, Kyle Korver through a trade from Atlanta, and then grabbing Darren Williams off waivers after he wanted to be released from Dallas. Did you see Darren Williams in Game 5 against Boston? 14 points, 5 of 6. I'm sorry, 5 of 6 shooting. Dude, that guy looks like the Utah Jazz Darren Williams, the Brooklyn Nets Darren Williams. Man, if they can get that type of production out of the backup point guard, dude, that's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, and then again, Corver. I mean, again, of course, like with the blowouts that's been happening, you know, throughout this postseason. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with Corver again. Corver hasn't really been that effective, but again, he really hasn't had to be. Like they talk about the margin of victory and the fact that the Warriors and the Cavs come in 24-1, and our margin of victory was like a 16 point some, the largest it's ever been for two teams coming into the NBA Finals. So the benches hasn't really had to you know produce for them to win, but it's gonna be different in this series. It's gonna have to be different. I just think, um, okay, let's see. You got Clark, you got Iguodala, you got Livingston, you got McGee coming off the bench for the Warriors. Then you have Williams, you have Corver, you have Shumpert, Channing Frye. I think Channing Frye is going to be more of a factor in this series for Cleveland. You have Richard Jefferson, who had the big poster dunk over Klay Thompson in the Christmas game. It's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, it's too many. They're so evenly. I mean, it seems like they're so evenly matched, man. They're so evenly matched that it's crazy. Like I said, it's gonna have to come down to two positions. Well, no, it's gonna have to come down to the post battle. I'll say that because Klay wins the two battle, but it's gonna come down to the post battle. It's gonna come down to the post battle. I think Tristan can win in the post against Pachulia, but you know, I mean, to be honest, it's gonna come down to whose bench can produce the more, bench can produce the most, I should say. And then it's going. I think the real outlier of this series is gonna be the battle between Kevin Love's offense and Draymond Green's defense. If Love can keep hitting those threes like he's been doing, then the Cavs are gonna be hard to beat. I mean, even with at the Warriors' firepower, I think Green is going to be he's going to be good defensively, but you know it depends on the Cavs shooters. I'll say that it depends on the Cavs shooters. If the Cavs shooter like Love, Jr., Shump, Kyle Korver, I know I'm sorry I'm going through. I know I said about 15 different scenarios, but it's going to really come down to the Cavs shooters because LeBron loves to drive and kick. He loves to drive and kick to the shooters, man. And at any given time, James can have about three or four different guys on the floor with him that can shoot. And it's gonna, and the thing is gonna be, if the Cavs shooters can keep up with the Warriors shooters, who wins the 3 point battle? Who wins the 3 point battle? Like the Warriors are stacked. Like I said, four guys in their starting lineup that can knock down 100 threes, in a season. I mean, come on. And then, saying all that, I'm a LeBron fan, man. I'm a LeBron fan. I know it's gonna piss some people off, piss a whole lot of people off. I just feel it, man. I just feel if they can get one, two, or five games, one, two, or five, at least one of them in Oakland. With Kevin Durant, they're not winning two in Oakland this year. They're not winning two in Oakland this year. A lot of people feel that they shouldn't have won last year. Again, the Draymond Green excuse. Anyway, they're not winning two in Oracle this year. They got to win their home games. They can't have a lackadaisical effort, especially against the Warriors. They can't have a lackadaisical effort against the Warriors, or they're going to be the ones that's going to be down by 50 and getting blown out by 44 or something like that. They're going to be the ones. I just feel if If Cleveland can Cleveland can get either game 1, 2, or 5, just one of them, and win their home games. I mean, it's the classic case. You know, it's the classic case, and they've been able to. I mean, and they've been able to win 3 games in Oracle the past two seasons. You know, in the NBA Finals, the past two NBA Finals, they've been able to win 3 games in Oracle. That's huge. I mean, LeBron and them, they're going to walk in there. They're not going to be scared of Oracle. They're not going to be scared of the noise. You know, the loudest arena in the NBA. They're not going to be scared of that because they've proven that they can win there. They've proven that they can win there. If they get one of those and then take care of business at home, the Cavs are going to repeat as NBA champions. Hence, me having the Cavs in 6. I had the Cavs in 6 last year, but you know, hey, they got losing that home game, that game 4, that was almost the end. But they can't afford to drop a home game this year. They cannot afford to drop a home game. They have to take care of business at home. They can't be like Boston. You can't get beat 3 games of the series at home. You know what I'm saying? You can't get beat. You can't be like Chicago either. You can't lose 3 games at home. Come on, that's just nonsense. But yeah, I got the Cavs in 6, man. I just believe. I believe in LeBron. You know, with all the shit that that's happened throughout his career, a lot self-inflicted. I just believe in him, man. I mean, I don't believe that talk about him being the goat. Is with with Michael Jordan. He's not in the same class as Michael Jordan. I don't know why people are still comparing him to Michael Jordan. I mean, he ain't nowhere close to Jordan. Like I said in my last video, wrapping up the Cavs Celtics series, LeBron don't have that take your soul mentality every all 48 minutes. I mean, LeBron will come out strong in the first half. You've seen it against Boston those years back, against the Pistons. LeBron will come out and, yam, 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 try to take his. LeBron will try to take your soul in the first half. He will try to, he will try to, he tries so hard in the first half. He really doesn't have anything left for the second half. That's why he passes. He's so passive. He's reluctant to take the last shot. LeBron comes out strong in the first half. He comes. That's when he wants to. That's when he wants to take your soul. Jordan, he don't matter. First half, second half, last 5 minutes, first 5 minutes. Jordan wants to take your soul, just rip it out of you with his bare hand and hold it in his hand and make you look at it. you know. To Jordan, he just want to snatch your heart and make you look at it. But like I said, I just hope that people stop this comparison to LeBron. I'm glad Scottie Pippen came out this week and said he's more jump. LeBron is more comparable to Magic, which obviously he is. 6'8", 6'9", able to handle the ball, get his teammates involved, all the while doing being able to do your own thing. That's who LeBron should be compared to, But anyway, I got the Cavs in 6, man. I know a lot of people won't agree. A lot of people think I'm hating on Kevin Durant and all that. Durant's got to get it done. The Warriors have to get it done. That's another thing, though. It's a lot of pressure on the Warriors, and I don't think that. And and the Warriors, will be pressing. I mean, obviously the revenge factor, but then like I said, that Kevin Durant, that added pressure on them. I mean, they might make a diamond out of it. They might make a diamond out of the rough, but you know, I just believe in I believe in LeBron. I'm not calling him the king. I'm not doing all that. I believe in LeBron. LeBron. That's Supreme Dreams would say. Yeah, man. Um, Cavs and 6, man. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you guys think about this NBA Finals, man. I know people. A lot of people gonna say Warriors in 3. I mean, they got the firepower to do it, man. They got the firepower to do it. I just think there's a lot of pressure on the Warriors. I'm not saying that they're not going to win. I will not be surprised if they win if they win in six. I at least I hope the series goes six either way. I just believe in LeBron. That's all. I'm a LeBron fan. I have been. There ain't no reason to jump off the bandwagon now after all this. But again, man, it's gonna come down to the Cavs shooters. If they can keep up with the Warriors shooters, if they can if they can outshoot the Warriors shooters, then yeah, the Cavs are definitely gonna win. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think there might be one. There might be they might have a slight advantage in a few in some games, but I think the Warriors are gonna obviously do great from 3-point range with all the shoes that they have. But it's gonna come down to Cleveland shooting, man. It's gonna come down to Cleveland shooting. It's gonna come down to Kevin Love whether he can shoot well to bring Green out of the paint, and what Cleveland can do against Pachulia and what not. I'm gonna tell you to what Pachulia and McGee can do to stop Cleveland's inside game. There we go. I mean, other side too. Tristan Thompson, he's not that tall. He's not that big, and Cleveland doesn't really have that guy like McGee, a big athletic 7-footer. Durant will probably get to the rim. Green could probably get to the rim, but it depends. It depends on the post defense on either side. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. I'm about to go over anyway. Cavs and 6. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, and I wish y'all nothing but positive vibes only. See you in the next video.